అందరికీ నమస్కారం. ది హోమ్ కమింగ్ సిరీస్‌కు స్వాగతం. Every year, thousands of students appear, not thousands actually. Nowadays, it is 2.5 lakh people appear for IIT-JEE Advanced. Only few people can make it because the seats are limited. Nowadays, it is around 18,000. And many don't make it. But life is much bigger than just getting a seat in IIT. ప్రతి సంవత్సరం 2.5 లక్షల మంది విద్యార్థులు IIT-JEE అడ్వాన్స్డ్ ఎగ్జామ్ రాస్తారు. కానీ దాంట్లో కొంతమంది మాత్రమే ఐఐటీలో చేరగలరు. ఎందుకంటే సీట్లు చాలా తక్కువ. కానీ జీవితంలో ఒకే ఒక ఫలితం అంటూ ఏమీ ఉండదు. ఒక ఫలితంతో మన జీవితం ముగిసిపోదు. Between 2011 and 2013, there was a student named Praful or Praful Kumar, if I remember accurately. He loved physics very, very deeply. The love, of course, looked almost like an obsession. He always used to ask me, why things happen this way? How things happen this way? Why don't they happen in some other way? 2011, 2013 మధ్యలో మన దగ్గర డెల్టాలో ప్రఫుల్ అనే అబ్బాయి డెల్టాలో చదివాడు. IIT-JEE కోచింగ్ ప్లస్ ఇంటర్మీడియట్. అతనికి ఫిజిక్స్ అంటే చాలా చాలా మక్కువ, ప్రేమ. ఎప్పుడు, ఎందుకు, ఎలా, ఎందుకు ఇట్లాంటి క్వశ్చన్స్తో నన్ను ఎప్పటికీ విసిగిస్తూ ఉండేవాడు యాక్చువల్గా చెప్పాలంటే. So much he is obsessed with physics that, if I'm correct, he will correct me later. He got, if I remember, 100 out of 120 in physics, but could not qualify through chemistry. and always the qualification depend on the numbers.
Yeah.
So he could not go to IIT basically. That was actually for me heartbreaking because he scored 100 marks in physics. I think it is 100. He will correct it if it is not 190 something. I'm not very.
It was
nearly
100 only.
Yeah.
Around his number.
And he did not get qualifying mark of 12 in chemistry. For many families, it is heartbreaking kind of a moment. జీవితం అంతా అయిపోయింది అనుకుంటారు. Especially when you think the child can go to IIT, has the capacity to go to IIT, and if it did not happen, చాలా మంది ఫ్యామిలీస్కి ఏంటి అంటే that was the end of their life. But not for this boy called Praful. It was not the end. It was a new beginning actually he made. ప్రఫుల్కు అది ముగింపు కాదు, అతను ఒక కొత్త ప్రారంభాన్ని సృష్టించినాడు అప్పుడు. From Delta, he went to Bangalore. That is Visvesvaraya Technological University or Engineering College, I remember, VTV, whatever. He'll correct it later. Visvesvaraya Technical University, isn't it?
Yeah. Visvesvaraya Technological University, yes.
Technological University.
Yeah.
And from there, he went to the prestigious IISc, Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore, where he did climate sciences.
Yeah.
And then, now currently, he is in Germany, rote University, and he is doing currently ultra fast physics research in that Max Planck scientific ecosystem.
Mhm.
అతను మన దగ్గర డెల్టాలో 2-year ఇంటర్మీడియట్ తర్వాత IIT-JEE కోచింగ్ తీసుకున్న తర్వాత బెంగళూరులోని విశ్వేశ్వరయ్య టెక్నాలజికల్ యూనివర్సిటీలో అండర్ గ్రాడ్యుయేషన్ మెకానికల్ ఇంజనీరింగ్ చేసి అక్కడి నుంచి IIScలో క్లైమేట్ సైన్స్లో PG చేసిన తర్వాత జర్మనీకి రోస్టాక్ యూనివర్సిటీకి PhD ప్రోగ్రామ్కి వెళ్ళినాడు. అక్కడ అతను అల్ట్రా ఫాస్ట్ ఫిజిక్స్ అంటున్నాను, దాని గురించి ముందు మేము మాట్లాడతాం. యాక్చువల్గా దాంట్లో రీసెర్చ్ చేస్తున్నాడు ఇప్పుడు. ఇది ఫేమస్ మ్యాక్స్ ప్లాంక్ శాస్త్రీయ వాతావరణంలో ఒక భౌతిక శాస్త్రంలో పరిశోధన చేస్తున్నాడు. ఆ వాతావరణంలో ఉన్న ఒక ఇన్స్టిట్యూట్ అన్నమాట ఇది. He works under one professor. I have to just look at it because this is, I think,
Eleftherios Goulielmakis.
Yes, that is.
His name is Eleftherios Goulielmakis.
Yeah, yes. And then this man was actually a student of Nobel laureate Ferenc Krauss, who got Nobel
Yes.
Prize in 2023.
Yes.
Just look at it. From Delta classroom, he has gone to a research place where Nobel laureates, it's not a history. Max Planck Institute got so many Nobel Prizes. But even now, currently, it is still happening. Under that ecosystem, he is working. So, our here Delta's philosophy had been all the time that intermediate 2 years IIT excuse గా తీసుకొని బేసిక్స్ ని గట్టిగా నేర్చుకుని అప్లికేషన్ నేర్చుకుంటే లైఫ్ షోస్ యూ మెనీ మోర్ పాత్స్. ఇట్స్ నాట్ జస్ట్ వన్ IIT alone. And the story is, that's why I'm telling you, the story is not purely about IIT. It is about curiosity, it is about resilience basically. It's about trusting one's own passion, one's own liking. Praful, welcome back.
Thank you very much for the warm
And
welcome.
if you allow me, in Germany, how do you say this? Willkommen Zurich?
Willkommen zur unsere Programm.
Yeah, yes. Praful, welcome back to Delta.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah, please. Anything from your side? Just correct me about your professors' names and institute if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, so since it's quite an international mouthful of names to pronounce
Yeah,
here.
yeah,
So yeah, I came here in Germany. I currently work with Professor Eleftherios Goulielmakis. He's originally from Greece, but
yeah. Greece name. This is right. Yeah.
yes, so he's from Greece, but he has been here in Germany for practically last 33 decades.
Okay.
And he, along with Ferenc Krauss, they were instrumental in developing these techniques to develop very fast flashes of light.
Yeah.
So
That
these are
that
just
that we'll discuss in detail future. Okay. In the
yes, that's
in
yeah.
the
So that is something I've been
yeah,
honored to be working
yeah,
here.
yeah. Yes. Okay, Praful, let us start.
Hmm.
We'll start from your what you call Delta days. Okay.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
you entered Delta in 2011, and you are
Yes.
preparing seriously for IIT-JEE Advanced along with intermediate.
Hmm.
If you can recall back, what were your
Hmm.
strengths and what were your struggles during those 2 years?
So yeah, so at that time, in during teenage, I was quite interested in STEM fields, science, technology, even engineering, whatever, wherever I could sort of see something and connect ideas. This was something that excited me. The culture, this thing actually came from primarily my parents. So it was my father. I think in the Indian Constitution preamble, they say that it is the duty of every citizen of India to promote scientific temperament. So my father was kind of, he had taken this idea, although he never did science, he never was seriously into doing science. But he had, this is somewhat the inspiration came from this kind of thought, and it was at home that and they were excited in general that anything you see has a cause and an effect.
Oh,
So
right. And you, which school you came from actually to Delta?
I was in Pallavi Model School, CBSE.
Oh, Palay Model School, Boinpally. Huh?
Yeah.
Acha.
Yes,
And you had the habit of reading books.
I did to some extent. Yes.
And I remember mother was actually working for a book publishing company, right?
Yes, Orient Black Swan. Yes,
Orient. Okay, okay.
she's still there now.
But I still remember, Praful. You were always behind me, after me actually, in the classes or outside the classes, asking in physics actually, you were asking that time some very profound questions. And you're asking all the time why it should happen that way, why not that way, why this way. Of course, you're also doing problems, but you're always trying to understand the structure of physics, basically, if I remember.
Yeah.
And not only that, ఒకసారి నాకు గుర్తుంది బాగా. సార్ మీరు
Uh-huh.
మీరు ఏమంటారు, నాస్తికులా లేకపోతే అజ్ఞేయవాది అంటే ఇంగ్లీష్లో ఏమంటాం మనం, అగ్నాస్టిక్ ఆర్ వాట్ ఎవర్,
Atheist.
ఎథియిస్ట్, యా ఎథియిస్ట్ ఆర్ అగ్నాస్టిక్ అని కూడా ఐ గుర్తు నాకు. ఐ డోంట్ నో వెదర్ యూ రీకాల్.
Yeah,
సో
I
దిస్
remember.
దిస్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ అ క్వశ్చనింగ్ somehow like You said it is because of father, or is it because of also grandfather? I think you have
Father,
some
mainly my father and uncle.
uncle.
They
Okay,
were very
okay.
excited by this
Mm.
idea in
Ah,
their age and things.
mm.
So it was kind of in a militant way that was grilled into me.
Okay.
But
Mm.
at this time, I've become more moderate with that.
Mm.
I have seen more uncertainties, so it's a different trajectory. But
Okay.
yes, that was a phase in time.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll come back to that thing about JEE Advanced. You scored 100 by 120, am I right?
Yeah, something around that. Around
Yeah.
100, yeah.
Yeah, around 100 you scored, and you got less than 12 in chemistry.
Yeah.
So that's the reason why you lost your IIT-JEE, isn't it? So
Yes.
what was going on in your mind, in your brain, when the results came for IIT Advanced and you saw your marks?
Actually, two things happened.
Mm,
One was there was a disappointment
mm,
that the final thing didn't happen.
mm,
The second part was okay. Physics is something that I always liked, so it happened at some point.
mm,
And I remember even after the exam, I was doing physics,
mm,
like trying to look at problems in different perspectives.
mm.
It was Irodov, and then I think at that time I even engaged slightly with Landau Lifshitz,
Yeah, yes, yes.
but
That
it
was
was
generally not the book we do here, but
yes,
we used to focus more on Iridov and
yes,
also Kroto, if you remember. Hmm.
yes.
Yeah. Hmm.
So I tried to get into Landau, but I was not that mature enough to understand it at that time.
Yeah. Mm. Yeah, that
So there
that I know.
was
From the beginning, you were after physics. I know very well. But my thing was like, what happened at home? Like, mother was a little disappointed, father was disappointed. What? Like, see, you,
ah
during a time, it was so much about IIT, isn't it?
yes, there was some disappointment in my parents, but they never showed it to me.
They never showed it to you, right? Yeah,
Yes.
I know them. Yeah.
So
So,
they never showed it, and then my mom especially was very optimistic. You see
mm,
now what you can do. What are the avenues you have now?
yeah, why I ask this question is from Delta, many people have gone to IITs, NITs, and so many other things. Even those people who went to MSET colleges are doing great now. They went to
Uh-huh.
IIMs. So they're
Uh-huh.
doing great things. So we want to send a message to students actually. It's
Mhm.
not just going to IIT. That's see, had it not been for IIT, you wouldn't have been solving Irudo, right?
Yeah,
Isn't it, for example,
that's
or
true.
something like that in other subjects as well.
Mhm.
So we would like to send a message from Delta, basically. Take this
Mhm.
IIT as an excuse and prepare in a proper way, learn in a proper way. Okay.
Mhm.
So, no, in my opinion, it looks like it's not like a failure for you, but it was showing a redirection for you, right?
Yes.
Mm. All right. Uh, okay. How significant was that IIT-JEE exam to your overall journey? That's what I would like to know,
Yes. It has definitely sharpened analytical skills.
isn't it? And the
Yes.
problem solving.
Yes. Those techniques, the things they even come today.
Hmm.
Uh, Sometimes some younger colleagues have seen that people who have not gone through this training,
Hmm.
especially those who come from India,
Yeah.
they're able to get into the lab, get into the electronics, and manage it
Hmm.
somehow. But the what do you say? The debugging, the trying to analyze the problem
Hmm.
as to where the root cause is, that sometimes people slightly are not that strong.
Yeah. Actually, I
So
can. Yes.
this is where the IIT JEE thing comes into in
Yeah. Yeah.
helpful. It's
Yeah.
not the same with the German student because they have a very different
Oh, yeah.
education here. But
Yes.
the people who come from India who have not gone into this training, yes,
Or
there is
either
definitely
they should have gone through this Olympiad kind of a thing.
yes,
Either
yes,
Olympiad
yes,
or this IIT-JEE, isn't it?
yes.
Yeah, because they are the persons who actually from the very young age they know
Mm-hmm.
how to solve a problem basically from the fundamentals.
Yes,
Mm.
yes.
Okay, then after this engineering in mechanical, why did
Mm-hmm.
you think you should go for this climate science basically that you did in
Yeah.
IISc Bangalore, right?
Yes, that's true. So this happened. So it happened through the people I met.
Mm-hmm.
So I went into mechanical because that was something that was a good option that I got at that time.
Yeah,
But
that was a good college there,
even
of course. Yeah.
yeah, but even there, I was kind of interested in physics. I was talking to the physics faculty
Mm.
and doing these kind of things. And
Mm-hmm.
then it so happened that in my third year of bachelor's, I
Mm-hmm.
met this former professor from IIT Madras. He was retired at that time.
Mm-hmm.
Professor K. N. Sitaramu. He died. He passed away recently.
Oh. Mm.
But so he was actually from my grandmother's village or something. So he had a soft corner for me. They shared the same surname, my grandmother and him. The place,
You're
Kankan.
basically from Karnataka, right?
Oh yes, yes.
Right. Okay.
So
Mm.
they shared the same Kankanhalli's initial.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
So he recognized this, and then he said, "Why don't you publish a paper for your final year engineering?
Okay.
So why don't you get in, start this research right now?" And then since he was an old professor, he had some ideas. He was working in energy engineering,
Mm-hmm.
which was close to thermodynamics and
Okay.
statistical physics.
Right. All right.
So
Mm.
he pushed me there.
Mm-hmm.
He pushed me into this path. And then when I expressed to him that, I want to shift, from mechanical engineering to physics, what is the best path that I could do?
Mm.
He asked me to meet one of his old students, Professor J. Srinivasan.
Okay.
He was a professor at the Center for Atmospheric and Oceanic Science in Indian Institute of Science.
Okay. Right. Mm.
So I met him,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, that again had to qualify gate and all those things to get into
Get an
that.
admission. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
which happened ultimately.
Okay.
But then when I spoke to Professor J. Srinivasan, he also is somehow related to Subramanian Chandrasekhar. I don't
Oh,
remember how.
okay. So another Nobel laureate connection for you.
Yes. So I was with J. Srinivasan. He was, yeah. So he was at that time
Uh,
working in
mm.
monsoons and
Right.
how radiation affects Earth climate and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
which was going towards physics.
Mm-hmm.
So I was determined to join his group, his thing.
Mm-hmm.
He was also retiring, and I was his last student, and it somehow
Oh,
worked.
Mr. Srinivasan, right?
J. Srinivasan, yes.
Okay. Mm. So that's how you got into climate sciences there.
Yes. I
Okay. All
got into
right.
the degree program, but when I got into the degree program, something else happened.
Mm.
So when I was working with J. Srinivasan, so
Uh,
the so he had an old problem where pollution is concerned.
mm-hmm.
So we have vehicular pollution gives black carbon, and they sit on the top at
Mm-hmm.
about 3-4 kilometers in the atmosphere,
Okay.
and light scatters. So light is being scattered by these dust particles,
Yeah.
where you have some black carbon sitting on top of them.
Oh.
So
Mm.
it's something like, how does pollution affect the color of the sky or something like that?
Okay.
So he wanted some student to take up this problem computationally
Mm-hmm.
and see if we can somehow, by what we measure from satellites on the top, can we decipher what concentrations of pollution we have.
Okay. Mm.
So this kind of a problem he had, and it required I had to develop full Maxwell solvers,
Mm-hmm.
full electromagnetism thing.
Oh, nice. Mm.
And also the particles, they are small, and their response to the light, they are quantum mechanical.
Yeah.
So I had to do that also. So I kind of burdened myself. I took courses from the physics department when I was doing my masters.
Okay.
I was extremely busy, to working 12 hours, something like that, per day. Took
Mm.
many courses, and I finished almost a physics masters there, along with my climate science.
Great, actually. So that's something special, Praful, actually. Like it now when I talk to you, of course, I knew you previously, but even now when I talk to you, one thing occurs to me. You joined Delta for IIT-JEE, you solved physics problems, whatever, and then you went to BTech Mechanical,
Yeah,
and then you went to ISC. But finally, you were all the time that physics itching was always there.
yeah.
So that way, this is a special moment for me, being a physics teacher and playing that what you call finite. small but finite role in your
Yeah.
field thinking. Yeah. Okay. Then, all right. After all this, you moved to Germany, right?
Yes.
I want to just know that thing. Germany is a new country, right? And that
Yes.
too, you should know German well. If I understand it, English is
Yes.
people English know English in the higher level institutes, but to lead your life outside Germany is an important
Yes.
thing, right? A
Yes.
different culture, different language. So, was it a very very tough adjustment, Praful?
So initially it was hard, and then COVID also hit.
Yeah, COVID also was there.
So I was completely lost. It's like a different language and a different people had different expectations. As
So,
good as
anytime you thought, let me go back?
uh, actually no.
Okay. Hmm.
So it and in the beginning also because we were setting up the beamline here, it was a lot of work.
Okay, okay. But you started
And
being there was that's I mean immediately after you went there.
yes, immediately after I went there.
Oh, great. So then I'll ask you a question.
Hmm.
Was it easy handling your femtoseconds or
Uh-huh.
to cook as a vegetarian there? Because I remember you sending me one of
Yeah.
your recipes to me. I could not find it actually in the WhatsApp. You
Uh,
mixed something and you made some a recipe there and you put it to me actually and asked me to.
I was having a problem fermenting dosa batter because it was cold.
uh,
And then Germany is quite famous for its beers.
uh-huh.
So I started putting 2 spoons or 3 spoons of beer inside.
Oh,
So that kickstarted the fermenting process.
okay. That's
And
how you
then
made. Mm,
so it was basically what I was doing in the lab was also something at home in the kitchen,
okay.
experimenting.
Mm,
And somehow naturally I took cooking as a thing.
so,
Now I don't have
so,
problem.
so you're still vegetarian or when gave up?
It has gone now because it's too difficult here.
Okay, all right.
If I go somewhere out for a conference, you don't get anything.
You don't get it, especially in the Europe, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm,
There is some awareness. I mean, there is some vegetarianism here too, but it doesn't taste good.
okay,
So
okay,
it's better.
right. So, so cooking was not so difficult because you were already dealing with
Yeah,
phase transitions, basically, in
yeah. They came
femtoseconds,
hand
right?
in hand. Yeah, they
Yeah.
came hand in hand. Yeah.
Okay, all right. All right. Since you're studying phase transitions in materials, I would ask you a question.
Uh-huh.
What was there a phase transition moment in your life?
Ah, yes. There were quite a few.
You got my question, I believe. Was
Hmm.
there a phase transition moment in your life?
Yes. Well, I can say that my outlook has changed significantly in many different ways. One was, see, 4 years ago when I met my wife, now wife.
Mm.
She's we she also does well, graduated with a physics PhD, and
And she did zero problems, if I remember.
yes,
She
that's
told
true.
me, like you.
Yes, that's true. Which was kind of the thing, that got us together. But she
Okay.
was in Ukraine, and I was in India at that
Okay.
time.
She is from Ukraine, right?
Yes.
Okay. Right.
So uh, many and the discussions, that was when I had very close discussions with somebody, and I where I could get third perspectives on general things.
Okay.
So and at that time, my even my work also kind of changed the way I looked at it and how experience the old experience, how I was able to put things together to get finally some result, to understand some new ideas, something like that. So that was probably one biggest phase transition moment.
Okay. Now we'll go to little science. But remember,
Hmm.
the science you're doing, I know,
Hmm.
it's almost like seeing electrons, right?
Yes.
But now, how would you explain that to, say, one of my Delta's 12th class student? I want you to make it as simple as possible.
Hmm. So what we do is something that is called as attosecond physics.
10 to the power minus 18?
Yes, one
Oh,
attosecond is a billionth of a billionth second. So
oh,
it's a very short time. So
okay.
what happens in this time scale, if you want to get an idea?
Mhm.
So 12th graders know what a hydrogen atom is.
Yeah,
So hydrogen atom, the electrons, they get ionized and they come recombine and then emit radiation and things like that happen.
yeah.
So this process takes about uh, 20, 30 attoseconds. So that is the
Oh,
kind of time scales we are talking about.
right.
So we actually see them. We claim that we photograph them. And
Photograph.
the principle behind that is the same principle as of your camera.
Okay.
If you want to take a photo of a very fast moving object,
Yeah.
what we do, say, suppose a race car or a horse running, if
Okay.
you if anybody is interested in photography, they know that you need to make your shutter speed very fast.
Mm.
So you need to expose the motion, the object, for a very short time, in milliseconds it is usually.
Yeah.
If you are exposing it for longer times, you don't capture the light from that moment. You have sort of integrated that, so you get a blurry image.
Blurry image. Yes.
So we take the same principle to a bit of extreme.
Mm-hmm.
So we freeze that frame
Mm-hmm.
in the attoseconds regime.
Okay.
And just in a camera, if we go back for when we are photographing running horses, the millisecond integration time,
Mm-hmm.
it already has a billion light cycles. Light is a wave.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
in that millisecond, you have a billion almost cycles. What we do with our lasers is we isolate one cycle of that light.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
So it's a single cycle light pulse. So a wave with just one cycle.
Okay.
So we're able to isolate this. We
Mm-hmm.
shoot this single pulse, and then it is reflected by something, and then we measure that.
Oh. So this is
So
the
the
work which
basically
got
same.
Nobel Prize, Praful, isn't it?
Yes, the measurement of that light, the single cycle,
Mm.
was done here. It is in the same chamber that I also do my experiments.
Okay. Mhm. And what could be the practical applications of this research in future, Praful?
So one way that we are exploring here is that most people know in electronics that we have something called as the 4 gigahertz limit.
Yeah.
If you look at your processors,
Hmm.
the Intel ones, all now we have kind of saturated the speed, and we are running at 4 gigahertz.
4 gigahertz. Right. Yeah.
So this is, and why can't we go faster than this?
Hmm.
Is because you have a thermal response.
4 gigahertz is the highest now.
Yes, actually, the world record is 9 gigahertz by
Nine.
Intel, but that was done at 4 Kelvin.
Okay. Oh.
So,
Which is not
so in
possible at room temperature, right?
yes, in room temperature it's about 4 to 5 gigahertz.
Okay.
You can't go more than that because you start heating the computers, and then
Okay.
uh, it causes the limit.
Okay.
So the thermal noise is very high.
Right.
So the idea is that what if we don't do this using electrons, the switching electron switches,
Okay.
rather than that we use light itself.
Okay.
So we call this petahertz computing.
Okay.
So faster than the gigahertz, so much faster than gigahertz.
Okay. Okay. Mhm.
So this is one way the research is going
Okay.
right now. Even we are in that same race.
Hmm.
How do we use different materials? How do we tailor light?
Yeah.
Uh, that kind of
Okay.
paradigm. But
Okay.
on the other hand, we also work on very fundamental ideas.
Okay. Okay. So you work under Mr. Eleftherios, right? And
Yes,
also he was under Ferenc Krauss.
yes.
What kind of scientific culture do you experience there? Because they are the laureate material, right? So what?
So actually, it's not very different from Delta, I would say.
Ah, oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay. So
it's not very. So main focus is that are you able to
uh,
uh, up from the very basic ideas,
yeah,
perhaps some small ideas.
first principles basically.
Yes. Are
Mhm.
you able to construct? something and give some deliverable out of it.
Mm.
So this is one route, and even the opposite. So you're in the lab, you have some problem.
Mm.
Based on the symptoms,
Mm-hmm.
are you able to diagnose where exactly the root cause is? So these are, some things that was there even in Delta.
You were involved in setting up this Attosecond beamline, right?
Yes.
So what does it take to build such a facility? Say, for example, can we do that in India?
It is at the moment, we do have manpower.
Mm-hmm.
We have many great people, either Indian citizens, even here, who are willing to go back, and there also we have some good people.
Mm-hmm.
What probably holds back is, the other ecosystem at
Yeah,
the
in the
moment.
ecosystem, yes, exactly.
Yes.
Mm.
So from both the industry as well as government and the network between the institutes.
Yeah, you don't have the ecosystem. One word is enough actually for that. Good. Yeah.
Yes.
Mm. So you've experienced competitive exams here in India. You went for
Mm-hmm.
IIT-JEE exam and then you went for GATE, all right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're doing some frontier research there.
Mm-hmm.
So which of these things measures somebody's scientific potential? Because you from an engineer to you turn to a scientist now.
Mm-hmm. Ah, well.
Especially the current scenario in India is very bad as far as this IIT-JEE Advanced is concerned.
Mm-hmm.
Though people like me, somewhere sporadic places, people maintain this scientific culture while teaching.
Mm-hmm.
But are we going to produce some world-class scientists or technocrats
Mm-hmm.
with the culture currently in India? And say, what kind of a culture you got in Germany or somewhere in the European countries?
Uh, Actually,
Now, my simple question is: are we developing the
uh
scientific kind of a culture in the colleges and through the entrance exams?
in some places, in some institutes, it happens, but yes, the entrance exam does kill it a bit.
Isn't it so?
Yes, because sometimes by the time they, prepare for it and then get into universities, they're exhausted.
Yeah,
So
burnt
a
out.
lot of
Hmm.
resources gone there, and then you don't have so much perseverance to take it further.
Okay. Now you just messaged me yesterday that you're going to pick my father,
Yeah.
right? Now your child comes and says, "Daddy, why, what, when?" All these questions he'll put to you like you are putting to me or somebody else later. So
Mhm.
how are you going to respond? What is your plan for future?
I think I will take the example of my mother. I
Oh,
troubled her with lots of questions.
uh-huh.
She was the person who faced the biggest brunt of it,
Oh,
but
right. Yeah,
she
yeah.
never
I
discouraged
can
it.
imagine. I can imagine. Yes.
She never discouraged it, though.
Yeah.
To whatever capacity she had, she always encouraged it.
Okay.
I think the same thing that I would like to pass on.
Okay. Now I'll just come to something very emotional aspect of your this thing.
Uh-huh.
We generally in India now the thing is that you should go to IIT or if not IIT, some NIT, you could become an
Mhm.
engineer basically and go for a job.
Mhm. Mhm.
So that way you broke the tradition. You went to IAC for MS for the whatever sciences,
Mhm.
earth sciences, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
And then from there you went to Germany for a PhD in physics.
Mhm.
And then you married one Ukrainian. I know you come from a very orthodox family.
Mhm.
So all along this, what was the how what was the emotional thing that involved you, mother, father? What was the kind of whether it was smooth or it was somewhat rough, and how do you tell about that now? Let's see.
Um,
Even now you're doing research. Don't they ask you when are
mhm.
you going to start earning? And of course, you may be
Mhm.
earning something now, but
Mhm.
so this kind of a pressure comes from parents, isn't it? Generally.
Yes, that's right. That's true.
Yeah. So were there any moments when they were not so happy with your decisions? And how did you convince them? What all happened? And especially
I
when you're marrying that Ukrainian girl there.
I think, well, after uh, I did quite well in my bachelor's.
Uh,
So by the time I got out of bachelor's, I had a paper in hand, a research paper.
oh, yeah, that's after the bachelor's, right? Okay.
So after that, whatever happened, like it just went quite smoothly. I
Quite
just
smoothly.
took my own decisions, and at some point just informed them, and they were fine.
Oh, so they followed suit. You are the
Yeah.
only son.
So
You are the only son, I think, isn't it?
yeah, that's right.
Oh, no, not, I mean, no sister also, right?
Yeah, I don't have any siblings.
Okay,
Yeah,
all
but that's
right.
the thing. It's actually that was a very. I'm extremely fortunate that in that sense that my parents have been extremely supportive in anything that I did.
Isn't it? They never
Yes.
objected to you to do those things, right?
No.
Okay. And did they come to your wedding there to Germany?
Yeah, they did come.
Okay, okay. All right. You sent me photographs long ago. Are they in that
Mm.
photograph? I'm not sure.
Yeah, they're there. They're there.
They
Yeah.
are there. Okay, okay. All right. Now, considering all this, Praful,
Uh-huh.
do you want to thank your parents, your friends, your teachers through this medium?
Yes. Yeah. Well, my parents have played a very big part in what I do now,
Mm.
and even you, Delta, my school also. I remember SRK sir fondly, Bhaskar sir also,
Yeah. Mm.
and the other Srikant sir. And at
Mm.
that time, I think Gautam Samanta sir was there
Gautam
for the
Samantha was
inside.
also there,
Yeah.
and you had nice friend there. I remember that batch was great actually. Mm.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yes. Balkishan sir also, I will not miss.
Yeah, yeah, he was teaching mathematics for
Yeah.
up to JEE Mains level. Yes. Mm.
Yes.
So, Praful, it was such a great experience talking to you again.
Yeah.
And
Same here.
and anything else you want to add before we leave? Any message to the current students who are in Delta, who are all over the world, all over the country, who are doing
Mhm.
11th and 12th?
So there's one small thing I wanted to mention from my personal experience.
Yeah,
So I have been in this lab for now 6 years.
6 years you are there. Okay,
Yes, and that it has been grueling work.
yeah,
Everything that we try fails most of the time. That's how it is in science. And
okay, yeah,
when we ask people to give money, the grants for funding our research, they
okay.
ask us what is the chance that your ideas will succeed, and we say 1%.
Oh,
So what we tell them is that we are high risk, high gain projects.
yeah,
So there is some quality that is extremely important when we do such things. We are 12 hours in the lab every day, and then something breaks down, nothing works. This is how.
yeah,
But
yeah.
the
That
only thing that matters here is to persevere.
perseverance, right? Yeah, and
So
yeah,
just
like you told me when you messaged me some time ago, no, that you got funds, more funds after you got a Nobel Prize. That
yes, exactly,
isn't it?
exactly. Yeah.
So you need to prove so much,
Yes,
isn't it? Okay, okay.
yes.
So, but
We don't give immediate returns
mm,
in terms of capital and money,
yeah.
but returns come in 30, 40 years.
Oh, yeah. That's what the problem about science, especially nowadays, because science has moved a
Mhm.
long, long way, right?
Mhm.
So to find something very fundamental is not so easy. Mm.
Yes.
So of course, in India also now you've got ICERs, NICER we have, and
Mhm.
nowadays I encourage some students who like sciences to go towards these institutes, even if they got admissions in IITs. And
Mhm.
currently, of course, one student went to ICER and he's finishing his BS from there in physics. Once again
Mhm.
from Delta. Okay,
Mhm.
so
By the
as
way, our Max Planck institutes have a very good reputation with, I mean, they ICERS and IISc has a very good reputation here.
okay, is
So
it?
if you are from ICER or IISc, it's very easy to get your application
So
fast.
PhD, right? Isn't it? Okay, okay,
Yes.
yeah, yeah, definitely. I'll inform that fellow there. He's Siddharth actually. He's finishing his
Mhm.
mm, Bachelor of Science in Physics actually.
Mhm.
Okay, Praful. All right. Thank you so much for coming for this interaction.
You're
So
welcome, sir.
we'll keep in touch.
Mhm. Sure.
Thank you, Praful. Thank you so
You're
much.
welcome.